I think this kind of is culmination of everything. I mean, it's reading. They have to understand the book, to understand about the culture. It's researching, it's presenting, it's communication. I mean, it's really writing. Everything was involved with this. The creativity, but definitely, that's why, again, I'd save it towards the end of the year because this is something that we kind of work up to. But I would say this hits on, I couldn't really assign it to a unit because it does hit on quite a few different units. But it's definitely presentation is big, and Common Core research is big, using credible sources, writing, all of that was in this project. Their book report will be their assessment of their book. And we've had discussions, also just assessment while they're working on it. I can kind of see, talking to them throughout the process because they have to make goals for every week of what they want to accomplish. And so talking to them really helps, I can assess that way as well. But the report, the trifold itself, their presentation, which they'll do for me on Monday. I had them kind of create an elevator speech, an index card of what they would say, but on Monday I'm going to have them go a little bit more in depth, so that's another way that I'll assess them. And not the food, but I always ask them how they made it, because then I can always tell if they made it or if a parent made it, so that gives me a good idea as well, when they really know about the food that they made.
Very mixed culture, Muslim, Indonesian, and Christian, but there's not very many Christian people. There's a lot of foreign people that live there too.
And these are a bunch of fun facts, like Germany is the 7th largest European country. The child concentration camp was the first camp established by the Nazis in Germany.
The fact of Vietnam is that they have kind of like 2 birthdays. One is New Year's Day, and the other is their actual regular birthday.
And I'll probably end up breaking it up into different grades as well for their assessment. But then I'm thinking about doing a Paideia seminar or something like that, where we kind of connect to everybody's countries and talk about all the projects together. Because I always think it's good for them, now they have their separate project, but to bring it together and think about how it's all connected and, why is it different, and learning about the various places that they research. I mean, I think it's something ongoing. I don't know if I could, through discussion, I can see some of them have definitely are changing and progressing. So I would say mostly through conversation, because it's not, I can give them surveys, and we've done 4 corners thing sometimes with beliefs, and stand in different parts of the rooms, whether you agree or disagree. But I really say through discussion and their thoughts and what they think and what they say. That's the way I can really tell, even from the beginning of the year, that they're thinking about these things. And again, I don't think it's something that happens overnight, and that's what is important to remember, especially with global education. It's not something that's just like, it's not like a math problem. You get it and then you have the answer. It's something that develops slowly. It's like exposing and then discussing, and it leads more and more into, and then when they get older, maybe they want to start traveling, and progresses one thing after another. But I definitely would say they've grown a lot over this year, just in their ideas and their comments, what they say.